Effective project managers have evolved from simply managing workforces and timelines to aligning projects, people, and resources with successful outcomes. As a project manager, you've got a lot of moving pieces to manage while simultaneously looking forward to future projects. You may have wondered how big-name organizations like Alphabet, Amazon, and Samsung can effectively sustain their growth over time. The answer is OKRs. But before I get ahead of myself, let's start with the basics. What does OKR stand for? OKR is an acronym that stands for Objectives and Key Results. OKRs align employees with company goals using measurable outcomes. This framework differs from other goal-setting techniques by pushing individuals out of their comfort zone to achieve success beyond what they thought was possible. With OKRs, each objective is supported by a set of key results. Key results are the outcomes you need to achieve to accomplish your objective. Each key result will point to projects and tasks or initiatives that can help you maximize your key results and get closer to reaching your objective. Knowing where you want to go is no use unless you also know how to get there. OKRs align your projects and strategies with company goals so your team has a clear roadmap toward success. The OKRs you set to build your company culture and provide employees with meaningful tasks can give purpose to even menial everyday activities. To understand how establishing an OKR framework can help you reach your goals, you first have to understand the difference between objectives and key results. Objectives are the main goals of an organization. These are the big ones, the long-term goals that require continuous engagement and tenacity over several months to see positive results. Imagine your objective as the capstone of the OKR pyramid, and the bricks supporting it are your key results. Key results are the outcomes that measure your progress toward the objective. Tracking your key results helps your team meet lofty goals incrementally over time. To get to the top of the pyramid, you must first achieve your key results. At first glance, OKRs seem similar to their cousins, KPIs, or key performance indicators. The main difference between an OKR and a KPI is that key performance indicators give a snapshot of how your business is currently operating towards your goals. Objectives and key results are defined more broadly and focus on an organization's future. Let's talk about some of the reasons why you might use OKRs. Setting company-wide objectives and key results not only helps teams maintain focus throughout the year, it also unifies organizations so they can accomplish more together on the way to their common goal. Businesses that clarify organizational goals and set specific, measurable OKRs can achieve more than companies that use other goal-setting methods. Here are just a few benefits that come with setting organizational OKRs. When managers and employees use OKRs to align teams in a common direction across departments, everyone in the organization is poised to build momentum towards reaching aggressive goals. Communicating goals with objectives and key results makes sure everyone knows their expectation and gives them a roadmap to achieve milestones on the way to more significant organizational objectives. Deploying a goal management system like OKRs can cause a shift from output to outcome-focused evaluation. Instead of simply measuring sales or revenue, OKRs help organizations base success on increased performance and positive business outcomes. The OKR method creates the laser beam of focus that cuts through the noise so employees and team leaders can prioritize work directly linked to your objectives. When employees have a purpose, they thrive, and it's easier for employees to connect to their projects with big-picture objectives. OKRs boost team productivity and happiness and allow employees to see themselves as an integral part of your organization. Now you know what OKRs and how they can benefit your organization, but how do you write good OKRs you can actually measure? Use this simple formula as a template to create OKRs for any application. Setting OKRs follows a strategic and straightforward method that involves asking yourself a few questions about your company goals. These 3 questions can help you discover what your objective is and which key results to work toward on the way. The answer to this question is your objective. Maybe you want to increase revenue since last quarter, improve the customer experience, or become an innovator in your sector. Don't be afraid to dream big here. Your objective should be lofty enough to inspire drive without being so out of reach no one else can see your vision. The answer to this question will reveal what your key results are. If the objective is your destination, then the key results are the signposts that tell you how much further you have to go before you arrive at your objective. For example, suppose your goal is to beat last quarter's earnings. In that case, your key results might include decreasing your sales cycle, increasing sales to existing customers by 20%, or generating $500,000 in a new region. The answer to this question will tell you what your initiative should be to achieve your key results and, over time, realize your primary objectives. Initiatives are the projects, tasks, and other work you should prioritize to bring your results to life. If one of your key results is to upsell more existing customers, then your initiatives might include segmentation for triggered marketing emails or implementing a rewards program. Your initiatives should be specific, measurable, and attainable stepping stones that lead to your key results and ultimately your objectives. Project managers know planning is essential to success, and that applies to OKRs too. OKRs should be fully understood by your team and have a metric that can be measured. Looking out for these common OKR pitfalls can help make sure you set solid OKRs. Your objectives are either too challenging or not challenging enough. A reasonable OKR success rate is about 70%. Shooting for below 90% makes sure that your goals stretch your team's abilities without disempowering them or being unrealistic. You set too many OKRs. Too many objectives or key results can dilute productivity and spread people and resources thin. Aim to develop 1 to 3 main objectives per quarter with 3 to 5 key results for each objective so your employees can stay focused on organizational directives. Your key results are hard to measure. Choose key results that have a numeric or quantitative value so it's easy to tell if your team's on the right track or not. You don't communicate regularly about OKRs. Avoid setting OKRs that aren't impactful enough to be revisited weekly. Teams should take time to discuss where they stand with their OKRs and work together to discover their next steps. OKRs are a perfect fit for TeamGantt because every project detail is measurable. Our free OKR template that's linked in the description below is formatted with objectives listed as task groups and each key result recorded as a task below its related objective. All you have to do is update the task names and delete any extra items you don't need. You can use the template as a simple scorecard for your progress towards each goal. Update your OKRs at the end of the quarter or any point along the way, and leave comments about goals you've achieved and marks you've missed. Progress is scored based on the duration of the tasks in the Gantt chart, as well as the number of tasks in the group or project. You can view the progress of each key result under an objective to check in on team OKRs. In TeamGantt, you can export a PDF of your Gantt chart to share in an OKR review meeting or share a view-only link to the project so that others can track progress along the way. This makes it easy to report OKR status to bosses, clients, and other key stakeholders. Online project management software like TeamGantt not only gives you more visibility into active projects, it can also help you keep track of outcomes and align people and resources with big-picture goals. Hit the link in the description to discover even more TeamGantt features and see just how easy it is to plan and track OKRs so you can take your organization to the next level. That's it for this video on OKRs. I hope you found it helpful, and I'd love it if you could return the favor if you did by hitting the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.